Told you guys I was going to try to update more, so here I am. I'm actually going to try to update more on topics and things like that, because we all know that transitioning can be a struggle. And one of the things that really rocked me hard back when I first started transitioning was I was consistently trying to compete with the male stereotype versus the male that I am. And that was pretty rough for me. And what I mean by that is that I know you guys have seen those commercials where, they're like, you want to be a man, buy this truck, buy this beer, ladies, buy your man a power drill, blah, 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 blah. Like, all this stuff, which are completely sexist and absolutely stereotypical. But they apply to the media, and I get why they do it. But the thing is that it was really rough for me, because you look at that, you look at, like, guys are stereotypical to be like this rough, like, don't take shit from anybody, blah, blah, like rocks, whereas women are more, brought up to be more gentle and more heartfelt and all that other stuff, which is all stereotypical, because I've met guys who are softies and girls that are fucking bitches. I mean, I know you guys can hear me out on that. But, either way, what I'm trying to say is that it's hard being raised as a biological female, knowing that you're existing as male, and then when you come out, you're suddenly all the times that, it never bothered you before that people would use, like pronouns that don't apply. It never really hit you before the fact that your name was feminine, until you finally realize that it's about time that you have to do something. And in the midst of all this, you're struggling with people accepting the transition. You're struggling with people, understanding and using the right pronouns and things like that. And you're also, on top of that, wondering what it is that you can do to better yourself in a situation you don't need to be better in. It's kind of, I'm not very good with words, I feel like, but it's something like this. It's something like you're in a bar or something, and someone decides to start something with you, and you sit there and you just brush it off because you're like, you know what, I don't need that, whatever, that's cool, fine. Whereas you kind of think about it afterwards, and you're like, you know what, I should have punched him in the face, because I know that's what a real dude would do. I know that's what a real guy would do, is not watch chick flicks with my girlfriend. I know that a real guy doesn't ever cry. Like, you have all of these set fucking boundaries that are bullshit. They're absolutely bullshit. And it took me a minute to understand what it was that was going on in my head, because I was insecure with myself. I felt that who I wasn't enough. Like, maybe I do need to go out and buy a power drill. Because this is something that I am. Basically, I'm gonna overcompensate for something that I feel like I don't necessarily have already. And the point is that you have it. You are who you are. You shouldn't like football if you don't like football. Who gives a fuck? Seriously. I like football, but I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't have to go bend over backwards to be something that you're not, because society represents, fuck.